She's here. Missy, listen to what Mother says. Now you be good to Grandma. And remember, she's been away on a long vacation. That goes for you too, King. And stop playing that thing. Will you answer the door?
Childhood?
I had a pretty normal childhood. I mean, I grew up in this small town, Tiverton, Rhode Island. My parents, my mom and dad, never divorced. They stayed together, so everything was pretty cool. Blood.
Can I see your refrigerator again for a second?
Well, aside from Diet Pepsi, I already said I like Diet Pepsi, but I drink a lot of blood. I grew up in the 80s. 1985, I was like 10 years old, and everyone was really into Star Wars and shit like that. So that was when I was a kid. It was Star Wars and Indiana Jones, all the Spielberg stuff like E.T. and shit like that. I was scared shitless of horror movies when I was a little kid. What started the whole thing for me was my neighbor. She invited me over. Her and my sister planned, they knew I was scared shitless of horror movies, so her and my sister planned this whole scheme for me to watch the movie The Shining with Jack Nicholson. And I went over there and they're like, you're going to watch this movie with us. You're going to watch it and you're going to like it. So I went over there and they kind of tricked me into watching it. And it scared the crap out of me, but I loved it. And that was kind of like my obsession with the whole dark world, like dark forces, stuff like that.
So what's your favorite type of music?
All right. I mean, it's cliche, but let's face it. If you're a Satan worshiper, you got to listen to black metal. Yeah, it really comes down to King Diamond and Merciful Fate. I am a huge King Diamond fan, and I mean, let's face it. I mean, King Diamond may actually be Satan. Is a possibility that King Diamond is Satan. So, if he's Satan, at least I'm following the right person. I'm listening to the right music. I mean, I'm a Satan worshiper, so I would listen to Satan. I always keep my television set running with the Geraldo Rivera special because I've seen it about 100 times. It's funnier and funnier every time I watch it. What people don't realize, though, is every single thing in that special is true. But, I don't know. That's a weird one. People don't buy that. I don't wash dishes because Satanists don't do their dishes. The first time I ever got involved in anything satanic was I was probably about 14 or 15 years old. I used to hang out with this kid named, and he showed up at my house with a record. It was King Diamond's Abigail album, which is a great album. There was this brownish red like stain on the album sleeve itself. It was, I don't know, I didn't know what it was. I kept looking at it going, what is this? Is this blood? And I actually showed it to him, and it was. And he's like, it was a blood stain on the album because him and his brothers practiced satanic rituals, and they used to sacrifice animals and stuff like that, and they actually got blood on the album sleeve to the King Diamond Abigail album. Oddly enough, I've been obsessed with American Idol. Obsessed with American Idol.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there's a link between Satanism and American Idol. Basically, what we do is there'd be orgies. Women would be impregnated for the sole purpose of getting their young children so that we can sacrifice them to the devil, basically. So we used to, when they would have the baby, they would bring the baby to the Black Mass. We put the baby on an altar, do a basic ritual, and then we would rip the skin of the child's stomach up, and we would use the skin and we'd hang it on, like it's like a tree. It was almost like a tree of life type thing, and we'd put the skin on the tree of life and we'd dance around the tree, and and all that stuff. And sometimes the younger children that were involved in the sect, they would have to actually, we would have them kill the young children, and then, you know, they would remove the skin, and we'd put the skin on the tree of life and all this stuff. And I mean, I'm sure you've heard these stories before, the sex orgies, the killing, the sacrificing. It's all true. I've been involved in it many times in my life, so. Now that you are stuck with me, you better be my friend!
Has everything that you've said in this documentary been true?
No. I'm not a Satan worshiper. I'm a compulsive liar.
You are stuck with me, you better